much for trusting me to read for you. We're going to go ahead and do a charm and tarot reading, which is pretty awesome. So what we do is we start with the charms, and then I'll pull 3 cards that are like past, present, and future, or more information about the situation. We'll kind of go with the flow with what we pick. Also, on my YouTube channel, the camera that I use here, if it zooms in, will pull clarifying cards to get you more insight on why that card, or why the camera zoomed in. This is a bigger board than I'm used to, so it feels like it's taking up the whole screen, but I really want you to be able to see the different charms that get thrown. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was I've already shuffled this box of charms, but if people have headphones in, it can be really loud. So I'm not going to shuffle or shake it on camera, but it has been shuffled prior to this. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up to the camera so you can kind of get a close-up view of what some of the charms look like. There might be things that kind of stick out to you or catch your attention. We'll talk about each and every one of these. But I like for you to get a heads up of what you can kind of see. All right, so I feel like some of this definitely has to do with a journey, because here we have the train tracks, and then here it's a little bit hard to see because it's a black charm. It is a train. So you are showing up that you are basically on track for some of the things that you have been wanting to create in your ideal life. I feel that you are a very creative person. Right here, kind of in the center of all the charms, we have the charm for like painting. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a painter. You could be someone who creates in any other way. You could be somebody who knits or writes music. This charm just really symbolizes that you have like a creative outlet that you're kind of utilizing. So I feel that there may be someone in your life who's like a best friend or a sister, and things aren't going very well with that person. There's twofold reason for that. This one says, a sister is someone to dream, cry, sing, and laugh with. And this was here, and right next to it, which is also a little bit hard to see, this is the charm for the pedestal, and when it's upside down it means that something had fallen off the pedestal. So I feel that there may be like a connection with either like a best friend or somebody who you were really close with, that things just aren't really going the way that they were in the past. Things have kind of almost gotten a little bit tough, almost is the word I'm hearing. But I see here we have the charm that says courage. And right on top of it was the charm that said now. And I feel that now is the time for you to be courageous in the relationship that you have with other people and how things are working out for you. So you have several relationships that you're kind of like wondering about. Not necessarily romantic relationships, but just relationships. I feel that this is a group of people, perhaps a religious group of people, because we do have the little cross, which in this set, it's symbolic of religion in this charm set. I feel that this group of people who you've been kind of working with, this is the charm for the 10 of Wands, which is about like a lot of responsibility. And then we have the kiss is upside down. So I feel like these people are giving you a lot of responsibility, and they're kind of presenting it like, if you do these things, sorry about that vehicle, if you do these things and you make us happy, because we have the word make here, we will give you the life that you're looking for. We will give you the acceptance that you're wanting. We will treat you like a princess. But we do have, oh wow, did you see that flip over? I didn't, that was weird. So there are some divine things that are coming. I've never had that happen where a charm jumps over. That was kind of cool. I'm glad it was on camera. I can't wait to watch it. So we have some divine energy, some divine intervention that is happening in this situation. But you're only going to be able to step into that when you start balancing your root chakra. Your root chakra is the thing that's going to make you feel safe, that's going to make you feel loved, and it's going to make you feel really like grounded in the reality of life and what you need to do in this life. So I feel that you are really looking for a connection with somebody. You're looking for a connection in which you are able to like have tradition and longevity. Like you're looking for somebody who really wants to be a part of your life for a really long time. And you're kind of feeling like you don't have access to that because it was upside down. So you need to really start looking at life and saying to yourself, there are a lot of good people out there that want relationships. There are a lot of healthy, healed people who have been working on themselves to be ready for a relationship. And I think I don't like to say I think. I feel that when you're meeting people, because you have not healed your energy when it comes to relationships, when you meet people, you don't know if you can trust yourself to know whether you should stick around and have a good time and laugh with this person or if you should run away. Something that your higher self is really trying to like make you aware of and kind of give you insight into the people who are coming into your life and who you can trust. Because ultimately, when you meet new people, it's not really about trusting the person, it's about trusting yourself that that person, you will know if that person is safe or not. I feel that you have some things that you've experienced that have kind of hurt your heart and have you thought a person was one way and then over time they showed another part of themselves and you have looked at that and said, oh, well, I'm either not a good picker or there are no good people. Or when you meet somebody, they're giving you a fake self. Like you have a lot of fear around not just romantic relationships, but like relationships in general. And your spirit guides really, really want you to take notice of this fact. Because when you meet somebody, whether you should stick around and laugh and have a good time or whether you should run, it's ultimately you're trusting your intuition about these new people. So a really good practice for you to do on some level is when you meet anyone, let's say you're at the grocery store and the checkout counter person is checking out your groceries and you look, make a judgment. Say, oh, I feel like the energy of this person is really nice and really positive. Or I feel like this is a person who I wouldn't hang out with. And you don't have to act on those thoughts. You just want to trust yourself. What do I feel about that? How do I look at this? And be objective and be open to trusting yourself, to trusting your judgment calls, to realize that it is okay for you to make a judgment. So let's say that you and I were walking and it was a winter day and there was this frozen lake. And I said, oh my God, we should walk on the lake. It's really fun. I used to live in Michigan. And you say, well, it's 40 degrees out and 32 degrees is when water freezes. So I make the judgment call that it is not safe to go on that ice. I feel that you've been kind of shown or taught that judgment, and I feel like this kind of goes back in here, that we should not judge anything. There's a difference between judgment that is closed-minded. There's a difference between judgment that is, like I just talked about with the ice and what is safe and what is not. And then sometimes only time will allow you to know the information that you need, but you have that snap intuition. And what I really feel that you would benefit from is trusting that snap thing. Because what happens is you're getting a snap information, you're getting a like very clear understanding of what's going on, and then you doubt it. Look at that. Your guides want to have you have a card pulled about what the warning is. You're ready for it. The insight is, what did they... Oh, this one popped right up. Let's see what we got here. not used to the new camera or the new lighting, so I want to make sure you can see the card here. This is the upright eight of Pentacles. This is what they want you to know. This is about mastering your craft. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so your level of trust for yourself and in your intuitive answers, you have to take time and repeatedly interact with yourself to trust yourself. So it's kind of like practicing the piano. You're not going to be able to sit down right away and just trust yourself and know that everything is going to be okay. And it takes some time to develop that relationship. In learning how to develop a relationship with yourself, when other people come in and you're trying to see where they fit and what they should be and how they fit into your like ideal life, you'll have gained the trust from mastering and working with yourself over and over again. So like for instance, when I first started reading tarot, I would open up like celebrity magazines and I would do readings for them, because I felt like there was a lot less pressure. Because if I'm going to read about, is the king going to marry this person? Well, I have no emotional connection to that outcome. So it's a lot easier for me to trust my intuition and see, oh, wait, I was accurate in how I felt about that. Oh, this celebrity did do that, or this movie did flop, or this person did win the election. Like, start reading and making intuitive choices, intuitive thoughts, following your intuition, and keep a journal of what times, because you're going to see that you're very accurate. You're struggling because some of the decisions that were made or some of the relationships that you have been in, they didn't work out. They didn't result in a commitment, or they didn't result in a long-term thing. And so you feel like, oh, well, I'm just a bad picker. And that's not actually the case. It's a learning process. So mastering your craft also means that getting to the goal of what you want, which I feel that your goal that you really are looking for is something that is like commitment and family. And because, okay, so this charm, Christmas is my personal favorite holiday. So in my charm set, this charm right here represents to me happiness and tradition and family. It kind of has like a Hierophant vibe when it's upright. Now, when it's reverse, then it has the energy of like the reverse Hierophant, where it's like there's not somebody who wants to have like a social commitment with you. They're not really looking for like marriage or things along those lines. So you're kind of shifting some of your energy to be more open to what you want. And that's where it comes in with the Eight of Pentacles, where it's about mastering your craft, kind of like learning how to play the piano, where you can't practice for 10 minutes a day and like, see, even Sedona knows. You can't practice for 10 minutes a day and then wonder why you can't like play a full entire like actual, all I can think of is sonata. Like play this whole entire piece of music that's very difficult, because you're not building the layers of experience that you need. Because when you have a layer of experience, let's say success looks like a cake, right? You have layer one. Well, when you get done and you only have layer one, you say, oh, it's not a whole cake. I'm going to throw this away. So each relationship that's coming in is a tier that's building for the next person, the next experience. And each of those people or and experiences that are coming in for you, you can't discard them at the end of the connection and say, well, I failed, because that is part of the building. That, like, look at with the unicorn, right? Oh my God, I love these cards. The unicorn has the hammer and the nail, but all these other things have been accomplished, right? But you have other things that you're not quite finished yet, but you have to keep learning and growing. And I feel that the biggest thing that your spirit guides want you to know, because that's what it kind of zoned in on. Oh, wow, look at that. They're like, there's a little bit more. All right, let's pull you another one. I love it when it starts zooming. What other information? Three of Cups. Beautiful. So the Three of Cups information, or energy, is about a circle of support. It's about building really strong connections. This is beautiful. I really feel that as you're feeling supported, as you're trusting your intuition, you are going to have supportive, loving connections with other people that are starting to happen. And I feel that a big piece that I need to let you know is not necessarily to look for romance, but look for connection, look for support, look for love, because those are a very good foundation to a romantic connection. And if you're vibrating and you're saying, oh, well, my ideal partner is very kind and supportive, well, then other supportive unicorns are going to come in and celebrate your success. And eventually, one of those unicorns is going to be a person who says, hey, I really like celebrating with you. And I really want to be around you for a really long time. So let me grow with you. And that's ultimately what it feels that you're looking for. So let's go ahead and we'll pull the past, present, future of your connections. So I'm not going to say love life. We're going to do connections, because I feel that some of the growth that is taking place will also affect your like familial connections and your friendships, and even your connections with like coworkers or bosses. This is really something that trusting your intuition is vital to having the connections that you are really looking for and that you really want. So let's go ahead and we will get those 3 cards. You're doing a fabulous job. I can feel your energy and I can feel things clicking for you. You're going to be seeing changes that happen in your relationships very quickly. Usually when you adjust and change your energy, things shift for you within about 3 days. 3 days is kind of the time frame where it takes things to shift. So in the past, when it came to relationships, you had the energy of the reverse emperor, which totally fits and goes along, because when you are in the reverse with the emperor card, it's about problems with power. It's about not knowing how to harness your power. It's like being an electrical outlet that's not grounded, and when you try to plug something in, it burns it out. So that's your past energy. Your future energy when it comes to connections is, oh, this is beautiful. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands energy is about good news and victory. A lot of these like heartaches that you've kind of had in the past when it came to relationships, as you start to build trust for yourself and trust that you can determine if someone should be in your life, you, like, even on this video, you've had victory. You've shifted things. I'm so proud of you. So what does this mean for the future of your relationships? Oh my goodness, we got the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about this feeling of unexpected gifts. It's about not looking like this unicorn, can you see, is looking at the 3 cups that are already there and not paying attention to this gift that's coming in. So I would really strongly suggest that you spend time in meditation, because this cup right here, if you're connected to your spirit guides can like tap you on the shoulder and say, hello, look at this beautiful thing. Kind of how the Zoom kept coming in on the messages from them. Your spirit guides really, really, really want to connect with you. Your spirit guides help you with your intuition, because some of that like leading or desire is being projected to you from your spirit guides. It's the things that you really want to do, and the reason you really want to do them is because your spirit guides are giving you the like prompting or the like desire. So this is exactly the right path for you. You have guides that are working, that desire to bring you where you want to go. I feel that some of the things that have happened to you in the past, the major arcana in tarot is like being led by divine power. It's kind of like a snowball that has like been pushed down a hill. It's like actions that are a little bit like predetermined. They're already happening. We're already in that trajectory. But these, the minor are more fluid. They are like the precursor to the ball being rolled down the hill. So you're in a very beautiful stage of adjustment and finding your balance, which is another one of the charms that was like the root chakra charm. So you are doing fantastic. Keep up the good work. You are definitely on a trajectory, I'm going to use that word again, to finding your trust for yourself, to developing the biggest and best beautiful relationship that you possibly can. And you can use that almost as a blueprint for the person who you want to be in a connection with. Thank you so much for trusting me to read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.